determine the output waveform for the given input waveforms. So, what we're supposed to do first? Like we did before, we're supposed to draw the dashed lines for both waves. So anytime you are going to notice any change, I mean transition from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 0, you're supposed to simply draw the dashed line from that point. So please notice that this 0 will change to 1 at this moment, so that's why I have to draw the dashed line. Okay, and let's say at this moment the wave is going to have transition from high to low. That's why I'm going to draw the dashed line. And I have another change over here. I have another change over here, and I have another transition over here and another one over here. I can say that I finished basically drawing the dashed lines for the first wave. The same thing I have to do for the second wave. I have transition from 0 to 1 at this time, and I'm supposed to also draw the dashed line up. And I have another transition from high to low. I have another transition from low to high. This is another transition from high to low. Remember, you're supposed to draw the dashed lines, okay, from the top to the bottom from both waveforms. And we have another transition from low to high. And we have another transition from high to low. Okay? Now, please notice that, let's say in this column, we have 0 and we have also 0. 0 and 0 gives me 0. And, okay, it's the multiplication. So I have 0 times 0 gives me 0. That's why I'm going to have 0 in this column. In this column, I'm going to have 1 over here and 0 over here. 1 times 0 gives me 0. 1 times 0 or 0 times 1 gives me 0. We have next column, we have 1 times 1 gives me 1. Okay? Please notice that if you are going to draw the dashed lines, you are going to create the columns. And if you are going to compare the logic levels of both waveforms in particular column, you are going to very easy find out what you are going to obtain at the output. So let's take a look at this column. We have 0 and we have 1 over here. 0 times 1 gives me 0. I have 0 and 0. 0 times 0 gives me 0. I have 1 times 0 gives me 0. 1 times 1 gives me 1. And I have 0 times 1 gives me 0. 0 times 0 gives me 0. I have 1 times 0 gives me 0. And I have 1 times 1 gives me 1. And I have 1 times 0 gives me 0. Now we can draw the output waveform. We have 0, 0, 1. We have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, and I have 1, and again I have 0, 0, 0. So please notice that if we are going to draw the dashed lines for both waves, finding the output waveforms is going to be very easy. Okay? we simply just look at the top waveforms in the particular column, and we can very easily determine the output level. That's why I always recommend for students to draw the dashed lines. Okay, and keep in mind that AND gate is going to have always high when all inputs are high. If you have different combination than that, your output is going to be always low. And we can say that this is the solution to my problem.